Welcome to Life Unedited. I am your host, Tabitha Sweeney, and this is your lifestyle guide to living an unapologetic life that aligns solely with you. What's up, guys? Welcome back to Life Unedited. I'm so pumped to be here with you today. I am so pumped to be here, and yet I am feeling my energy feels suffocating today. It's like it's suffocating to me, and I don't really know why. It's very strange. But anyways, I'm going to do my best today. And sometimes when I'm like this, it's really hard for me to get an episode out. But I really pulled back from social media over the past week. And I recorded 2 podcast episodes, but let me tell you, my children must have been in here and they must have been playing with my microphone because the audio was all fucked up and there was no cleaning it up. There was no getting it to a point that I could use it. So anyways, I'm not really sure what we're going to talk about today. We're going to just kind of talk and we're going to just kind of see what comes out. I feel like my insides sort of like just need a purge right now. And I don't even know what that means, you guys. Like, what do I need to purge? I don't freaking know. I have no idea. But what I do know is that when I get like this, it's really, really hard for me to draw in and focus and center my energy. It's also, at the moment, I think the thing that is sort of sitting heavy on me is something that I'm not able to quite just yet talk about because it involves another person and that person deserves the respect of me not just blurting things out right on the show. But here's the deal. My energy today it feels blocked. It feels suffocating. It feels smothering. I feel very anxious. I feel very guilty. I don't even know what I'm guilty for, you guys. I don't even know why I feel guilty. I think I feel guilty because it's a day off from school for the kids. And originally I had my day planned that I would leave here at 2:00. But then my mom told me not to worry about it, work a whole day. And so I said, okay. But the sun is shining and the sun hasn't shined in like 3 weeks. So that sort of makes me just like want to get outside. Like I feel like I need to like get to the ridge. I need to get outside. I need to like go connect in sunshine and reap my vitamin D and all of that. But I also have like a list that's like 18 miles long of shit that I have not finished yet, going all the way back to like the November snowstorm. Like I was joking with a stretch client this morning and I said to her, at the end of this month, it's January 20th. I am still stuck in the November snowstorm. Like I'm still like trying to get myself resituated from that. Since then, we've had a blizzard, we've had the holidays, and a shit ton of other things. So like, yeah, needless to say, I'm not doing real good on this, guys. But it's okay. I think the key right now is when we get like this, and I do believe that we all have these moments and we all have these days. I think that sometimes some of us have them more than others, but I think that we all experience them. And when we get like this, we need to have enough self-awareness to sort of step outside ourselves and say, like, what is going on? Where is this energy coming from? Well, I can tell you right now, it's coming from the fact that it is January 16th and I just paid rent today and I still actually need to get to the bank before the landlord cashes the check. I need to get to the bank to deposit the cash. So yeah, there's a little stress there, right? Just a tiny bit. Because the one thing that I don't like about my processing system that I use is it takes like, I'm used to Square and it could literally go in like the same day. You could put it into your account. And this is like days for it to get your money and then send you the money, and it takes forever. So anyways, that, who needs to know about that? Nobody. But I'm just telling you. Just oversharing today, okay? I've also really been questioning myself on what I want. So I think I shared with you guys that I started doing online dating again, right? Yeah. Well, anyways, that's like that's that's a whole big beast in itself. But I was talking with someone the other day, and the question came up, what are you looking for? And of course the question's going to come up. Why wouldn't the question come up, right? And there's any variety of answers that you could give. Like, from like, I'm looking for a one night stand to I'm looking to get married. And then there's like me who falls somewhere in the middle. Like, I want someone who's going to do life with me, right? But I also want someone who's not going to rush the way things unfold, if that makes sense. Um so I really feel sort of like stuck. Like, I'm like, I want this. I know what I want, but also like, I have not dated in, gosh, when's the last time I was dating? Since like 2010? Yeah. I have not dated since like 2010 was the last, like my last year, like open in dating. And to be totally honest, you guys, I didn't do a whole lot of dating back in like 2008, 2009, 2010. Like, I dated, but there was very, very, very few people that ever went past like the second date. So it was a whole different mindset back then, right? Because back then when I was dating, I was looking for someone to marry. I was looking for a life's partner. I was looking to start my family. I was looking to be on my timeline, which meant that we were going to be married before I was 30. Yeah. If I could tell young girls anything, if there is any young girl listening to this, beg you, I beg you to take the timeline that's in your head and burn it. Burn it. Do not make decisions based on an imaginary timeline that you pulled out of thin air based on freaking Disney movies or whatever the case may be. Don't do it. Okay? So when I was dating back then, it was like one date, two dates, nope, on to the next guy. And truthfully, like, I wasn't regularly like sleeping with anyone. My dates really didn't lead to that at that point in time. Um it just kind of I was on a mission, and I was going to ensure that I completed the mission on time, right? Well, this time as I'm dating and I'm on online dating, first of all, my whole world is totally different. Okay? I am a single mother of two children. I am a business owner. I have an ex-husband who may or may not be stable on any given day. In the big picture, in the grand scheme of things, I want someone to do life with. Like, in the grand scheme of things, that's what I want. But I'm also going into this with a whole different outlook and a whole different set of filters on, because now I'm like, I have zero desire to ever like join bank accounts with anyone ever again. Do I want to get married again? I might or might not. I'm really uncertain on that. I could go either direction. But if I do get married, I'm thinking like justice of the peace on a Tuesday afternoon, right? Like that's it. If I choose to get married again, it's not for the party. Do I Ooh, sorry guys. How quick am I looking to like move in with somebody? Honestly, I don't know, because I'll tell you what, I swore up and down that I would never move in with somebody again into like that the next time I lived with somebody, they would be moving into the house, the condo, the whatever that I own. That I don't want to move into someone else's space, because should it not work out, I don't want to be the one leaving the space. Right? Like I will never put myself in a position again where I am dependent upon someone. When I think about it, I was single for half my marriage. I was single. And then after my marriage ended, I didn't date for almost 3 years. It has been, this March will be 3 years since I said to him that I want a divorce. And I just started putting myself back out there. And there's this crazy like energy that I'm having right now. And I feel like it's revolving around the fact that like I met this guy he is super nice. He's amazing and he's wonderful. And he has told me over and over again that he is willing to put everything on the line. All of these things. And yet there's a part of me that is like holding back and saying, I'm not looking for somebody who's going to take care of me. I'm looking for somebody who's going to be my partner. And even though that is what I know that I want, and do I think that he could be a great partner? Yeah, I do. I do. I think he could be a great, fantastic partner. I also don't know am I really ready to jump into that with the first or second or even fifth or sixth person that I talk to when I put myself back out there? I don't know. I really have no idea. And these are the things that are like spinning around in my head, because he deserves an answer. He deserves more than what I'm able to commit and offer at this moment. And it just doesn't feel fair to me. And I feel like I realize that and I recognize that. And that's why I have sort of withdrawn. And I feel like it's also sort of why I have this very anxious energy around me today, because I came to those realizations and I don't necessarily like what comes next. And that sucks, you guys. That really sucks. It's not fair. And so I sit here and I'm like, am I making the right decision? But then I also sit here and I'm like, you know what? My intuition tells me you know exactly what you need to do. And my heart says to me, you're holding on because it feels nice. And we don't want to live in a world that just feels nice. We want to live in a world where there is spark and sparkle and glitter and passion and all of these things. And the longer you hold on, the more you're going to hurt him. And in the end, either way, you're either going to hurt him or you're going to end up in the same situation that you've already been in before. So it's all just very, very, very strange. I'm hoping that I can like make my way through this muddled water soon. I want to know, you guys, like drop into the comments and tell me like what do you do when you have this energy that surrounds you and you don't love the energy? Like how do you change that energy? I feel like I need to go get outside today, and I think that's part of my like antsiness. Like the sun is shining for the first time in weeks, and I feel like I need to get out and head to the ridge and run a trail and clear my mind completely because that's where I typically find all of my answers. Also, I find my answers while I'm doing handstands, but I tried to do one today and I think I have a sinus infection and it didn't go well, guys. It did not make me feel good. But anyways, that's like a story. That's a side note. So yeah, I don't really even know what the purpose of me putting this all out there for you is today, other than to tell you and to make sure that you know that sometimes it looks like someone has it together. But if you could like slice them open and like take a peek, you're like, they're no more together than I am. And I want you to remember that always, forever, about everything. Because no one is together. No one has it together. Good Lord, I'm just thankful that we get to be moms in the age of Google so that we can actually get answers to shit. Because I have no idea how our moms did it. Like, no clue. Without cell phones, without Google, I don't know how they did it. But they did. I'm still waiting for the day that I wake up and I feel like a mom. And so I think that right now that is sort of what I'm sitting with, is this idea that it's this idea that life, if you want to live an aligned life, then when this energy hits, that's your cue to step back and say, where is that energy coming from? This energy does not feel good. That means there is a decision, there is something out of whack. And if I do not attend to it, if I do not examine it, I am quickly going to get off balance. And here's the thing. The problem is once we roll off balance, we tend to kind of stay off balance until until it feels normal. That's the scary part. Until it feels like, this is just how things are, right? And the next thing you know, you're back in survival mode. Pay attention to the energy around you. Protect it like your life depends on it, because It does. Your life depends on the energy that surrounds you. All right? I don't know, you guys. Honest to God, I have no idea if this episode even made sense or what the point of it was, but I do feel better after actually like saying it. So I hope that it helped you in some way. At the very least, I hope it helped you to know that just because somebody looks like they've got it together doesn't mean shit, and they probably don't. And on that note, I'm going to tell you, as always, go out and do something good today and do something that aligns solely with you.